One pending trade offer. Aw, dog. Bourbon trying to get my Borderlands cards. He wants to offer me a handsome Jack Borderlands 2 trading card for a Gage Borderlands trading card. I'm going to be honest. This is probably the first time in 10 years that I've ever gotten a trading card request on Steam. Thank you for the host, Weenie. Microsoft Teams stealing all my battery. Foo-foo lame shit, I tell ya. Foo-foo lame shit! Good morning, everyone. Why, welcome on in to the stream. Decline! Probably just do all this stuff before stream. Dude, I just too busy getting triggered. Okay. I'm trying to find a way to use an internet browser that doesn't sync any of my data. Every fucking browser that I have, as soon as you start typing in the URL bar, it starts populating with your history and your bookmarks, even in fucking incognito mode. I'll clear all my entire browser cache history, everything. Open up an incognito mode, and then I start typing and it's still pulling up history. I'm fucking angry. Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Opera, Brave, they all do the same fucking thing. They're all pulling the same results. It's like, where are you getting? If I've cleared all browser cache across all the browsers, how are you all pulling the same data? I just spilled my water. You know what? I don't know if you caught what just happened there, but I meant to look at the camera, but my Sony A6400 is also sitting here, and I looked at that camera instead of looking at this camera because I'm used to my morning, you know. So I swear to God, that's the only reason I'm late, is because I was trying to figure out, hey, how is there maybe one of my 5 internet browsers that I have installed that I can use that doesn't fucking dox me? Guess what? I went through every single one of them. They all do the same fucking thing. Like, you know, I guess 4 out of those 5 are built on Chromium, right? So, and Firefox is I don't know how many of you do this, but Firefox is my secondary account browser. So like, I have my personal accounts for my computer, my email, my calendar, all that stuff, my personal Google accounts. And then I have my business Google accounts, right? All of those accounts. And instead of like logging in and out of accounts or switching back and forth, I just use one browser for one set and another browser for the other set. So unfortunately, I feel like Firefox would end up working for me. But I want to keep all that stuff signed in. Cause like when I go to upload my podcast, that's a certain Google account. That's a certain Microsoft, like, you know, which just makes my life easier. And of course, speaking of me being triggered, the Twitch event list doesn't show hosts. So now I have to wait to thank you. You know what? Nothing went wrong today. I woke up, had a productive morning, got to work early, had a great meeting, went on site, replaced somebody's server. It went without a hitch. Got to come home a little bit early. I made some perfect fucking dinner with some perfect fucking gravy, and now I'm pissed because of computers, man. Hellhound, thank you for the host. Greymeyer, thank you for the host. Mr. 42. And man, what do you think you'll for those? Gusto natin yung bats ni Ludo Pap. Da. The mustache is the only thing that's failing today. Oh my god, dude. All of my data. What's up, Bearded? You know, I guess I could have just looked at my event list to look at the hosts. I'm such a pleb. I'm such a streaming pleb. I guess which one of my 5 browsers do I want to open? Tor browser, I guess, is a good option. I guess. What's up, Stocking? Welcome in. G for Gangbang. Hello. Hellhound, good to see you. Sonder with the Netscape recommendation. That's probably not a bad idea. What up, Bearded? Welcome in. What about clearing history on browser closed? That's an option for almost every browser. It doesn't work. Does not work. And that's the thing. If I'm opening up an incognito window, how is it fucking incognito if it's still accessing browser history? And it does the same fucking thing for Edge, Chrome, and Opera. Hi, Rosalind. Mr. 42, welcome into you as well. Happy Tuesday, fellow dudes and dudettes. My tier goes Firefox, Chrome, Edge. I don't use Opera anymore. You know what? Everything about Opera was fine. Except on the new tab page, every 2 weeks, Opera would add a dial or add a bookmark to my new tab page. Like, oh, hey, here's a link to Airbnb. Here's a link to fucking Etsy. It's like, stop! I like my new tab page to be the same exact way every time. I don't like my shit moving around. Why are you suggesting new tab page content for me? And that is what made me get rid of fucking Opera so fast. What's up, Pink? Thank you. I love this shirt. Hey, Salty. Deep breaths. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Motherfucker! It didn't work. Oh, man. Cashmore, it's good to see you, man. Welcome in. Conbot, what up, dog? Good to see you guys. I need to clean my glasses. I got juices. Got juices on them. Steak juices. I don't know. Can you even call cube steak steak? It's like just barely, right? Hot cum. Yeah, and you know what? I'm not supposed to be yelling. My sore throat has finally gone away. I don't know if it's just because I didn't stream for so long. My voice, my throat is not used to being fucked so hard by my loud voice on such a consistent basis. So now that I'm screaming almost every other day, and especially with playing video games now, especially when Sonder and Weenie don't obey comms. My main thing with Twitch crashes, but that's on every browser. I've been watching skateboard videos for the past hour. It made me realize that Skate 4 needs to come out, those bastards. Have you not played like any of the new-ish skate games? I know it's not the same, but has that not been able to hold you over? What's wrong with my Miller Lite shirt? My Miller Lite shirt is great. Okay? Concentrating on not being angry just makes you more angry. This is true. This is true. Honestly, out of all the things that I've done in my life, especially the hardest, noticing the fact that you're being angry and irrational and then trying to stop it is seriously one of the hardest things ever. And there's so many times where I think to myself, man, you're kind of in a bad mood because of this thing. You should just change. Like, you should just stop being mad and you should just be happy. And then I just go, nah, fuck that. I want to be angry. Just because we're the stoners. You know what's funny, Sonder, is in that clip is somebody else starts talking and I can hear you go, shh, like shush them. And then it's quiet for like 2 seconds. And then immediately you and Weenie start talking again. And the people who got shushed like stayed quiet. That kind of made me laugh. What's up, Amber? Good morning. Oh, what's up, Zudin? Hello and welcome in to you and welcome back. Breaking something good to release anger. I mean, that's why Limp Bizkit got so famous, right? Can I throw a vid of a cute skater boy in the Discord somewhere? Yeah, sure. Just throw it in IRL or things. Totally up to you. Did that a few weeks ago before my work got shut down for COVID. What? Realizing you were super pissed and then just saying, nah, I feel like being angry?
Who loves you, baby?
You've got to be kidding me. Has it really been this long since that tweet of yours? Knacker sup.
Which tweet? I tweet every day, though. I tweet every day. That's my spouse. That's my aura. You can't do that, dude. Yeah, there's and here's the thing. I mean, everybody says we're entitled to our bad days, right? Like, there's days where you just need to be angry. Like, you just need to just be a salty bastard. And when I mean salty, I mean you're so salty that when somebody comes up to you and they go, "Oh, hey Nick, what's good?" I'll see you later. You know, like, as soon as they see your resting bitch face, they're like, what I had to talk about actually wasn't that important. I'm just going to wait till later. And then you just go, and then they come back later and it's all good. Bjorn, thank you very much for the 18-month resub, dude. It's very kind of you. Appreciate it. Knacker sub, Dad. Thank you. Usually I go from extremely angry to, that's expensive. I'm not much of a thrower. I know Weenie has probably seen me smash something twice, and it's usually over something so insignificant. Okay, this is my life, and how can I explain this? Like, okay, imagine, these are the things that drive me insane. So imagine, oh my God, I threw this at the wall and this part actually is coming out. Okay, so imagine I'm walking into the kitchen, all right, and I just cleared my desk off of some bottles, and I got all the bottles here, and I'm walking into the kitchen, and I go to grab one of the bottles, and I set it on something, or I go to set it down, and it sits on a pencil, so then it starts falling, and then I grab it, and then I go to set it down again, and by the time I start trying to set it down again, one of the bottles is falling out, and I go to grab one of the bottles, and then this other cup starts falling, so I grab it, and I make like a good save, and then I go to set it down, and it's fine, and then one of the bottles starts falling again, so I go to grab the bottle, and before I know it, this thing's actually fallen over already, and because I sigh, and I let all this oxygen out, my fucking fat belly then pushes more bottles, and... You know when you're just trying to just set something somewhere and it doesn't stop fucking tipping over and you're like, what is happening? Why can't I set this thing here? Those types of situations in my life drive me up the wall. And I'm gonna have to like document the next time it happens so I can say exactly what I'm going through. Or let's say like a trash is almost filled, right? No, here's another good one. This is a perfect example. Your trash is full, okay? You pull the trash bag out of the trash can and you can't quite tie it yet, right? So you set it on the ground and then you tie it and you lean it up against the cabinet so that it doesn't tip over. And it starts tipping one way. And so you grab it and you recenter it and it starts tipping again. And then you grab it and then you spin it. So the way that it's tipping will tip up against the cabinet and then it won't turn over. So you turn the bag around and then you set it so it can lean against the cabinet and then it falls a different way. Things like that will happen and I will just fucking Donkey Kong smash. And then it's just like that kind of stuff. And you're like, what planet am I on? That this gravity is so fucked up that I can't set this thing. Anyways, I'm gonna try and stop yelling now so we can just chill out. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta be a salty bastard is all. Yo, what's up, Toaster? Welcome in. I'm gonna take my socks off because it's hot. I shouldn't have worn my skinny jeans. I don't know how many of you guys are looking for work pants. I got some Dickies skinny. They're Dickies skinny work pants and they have an extra pocket here. They have a side pocket right here, which is always good for my knife and my pens. They're super comfortable and they look great. So I, Knackers, endorse Dickies skinny work pants. Especially if you got an ass. Socks are off. Nut fan is on. Let's go, dude. Oh, Fielafar. Oh, are you talking about when Fielafar tweeted out that we were doing the OBS fundraiser? Yeah, what's up, Poplocks? You pop my cocks. Greg, I've done a lot of things in my life to try and correct negative behavior patterns. Having a bad coworker is my kryptonite. I have a really, really, really hard time not letting their terrible personality, humor, and work ethic rub off on me. Like it is, I don't know what it is, man, but it is my absolute kryptonite. Thankfully, the coworker that I've talked a lot of shit about in the past is no longer there. And oh my God, my life has been amazing. Dude, it takes one coworker. And it also takes a very special trained type of person to not be able to let them affect you. And maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's not that difficult and I'm just a little bitch. But yeah, in my experience, all it takes is one coworker to ruin work.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hi. Vans dropping the 28 months, dude, and it's a Prime. Have you been just nonstop using the Prime, Vans? You're insane, dude. Thank you so much for the 28 months, man. That's so fucking nuts. Appreciate you, dude. Hope you're having a good day. Let's play some Rocket League soon. I know Valorant has kind of been stealing all of my gaming time lately, but I'm down for some Rocket League soon. Oh my God, Keith. I did work with a Keith at Best Buy, and he was actually a super cool dude. If you see the show, Bob's, I can't, dude. I can't. I don't have the Conbot pixelated nipples. I can't do it, man. Can't do it. If you want to talk about frustration, try wrapping up an old water hose that only rolls one way so it gets twisted and kinked to hell when you try to roll it or roll it back. Unroll it or roll it back up. Yes. Oh my God. You know what else will tip over nonstop? Empty lawn bags. Why is it every time that I need to cut the grass, there's a slight breeze? You okay? Weenie just agreed really loudly. But yeah, fucking lawn bags. It's like you just set it up. It's like you open the lawn bag, you set it on the concrete. You turn around, you grab the bag off the lawnmower, and by the time you turn around, it's a block away. Triggered. It takes one to drag a lot of others workers down. It really does. And I learned a lot. I will say the silver lining to the past year and a half of working with this person, I learned a lot about myself, and I learned how to deal with people like him. And I always thought, here was my thing. I had gotten to the point where I was able to not let his always negative attitude affect mine. I had gotten to that point. The point that I couldn't get past was where his laziness added work to me. Like his terrible work ethic and motivation just led to creating more work for me all the time. And even though that's still not his fault and it's still not my fault, it's still my responsibility to not react to it. It always got me so mad because I was working these overtimes and I was cleaning up after somebody, and it always had me come home and feel like crap. And it would always leave me way too exhausted to do things that I wanted to do. And that, I think, is what bugged me. It's not that he was lazy. It's not that he created more work for me. It was that the results of me having more work meant I felt crappy at the end of the day, or I felt too tired to do anything. And that, I never got over that. I would like to say that I did, but thankfully he was let go before I had a chance to get over that. But now I kind of know, there's only so much that another person can do to influence your life. At some point, you have to take life by the reins and say, I'm going to do this way. And, it's not much I could do. Vance, thank you again for the sub, man. Welcome in, everybody. They both got under investigation by HR and got fired. Massive narcissists that hated each other. Oh my God. 2 narcissists? Gnarly. Yo, what's up, Beerblot? Dude, that owl is nuts. It's a... Let's see here. Weenie found the species earlier today. An eastern screech owl. So for those of you that didn't see the video on Twitter or Instagram, we have an owl that's in our garage right now. And he's just been chilling. He's just hanging out. And every time you go in the garage, he stares you down. Apparently right now is owl nesting season for us. And there's a pretty good chance that he has a nest in the garage. Here's the thing. We have a really bad rat problem in our area. Like our city is known for insane amounts of rats. So we're just letting him chill because he likes to eat rats. So we're just leaving him in there. He doesn't swoop at us at all. He just watches you. Like as soon as you open the door, his eyes just get huge, and then his hair or fur, I guess, puffs up, and he'll just watch, man. Sven, we can think of a better name than that. How about Peter? We Feathers. That's what I meant. Okay, can we come up with a better name than Sven? I hate names that are just difficult to say. That's such a good name. It's not though. Son of a bitch. Let me guess, Sonder. Okay, it wasn't. It was. Sorry, people. That was my Discord. Must be meditation time for snaps. Yup. Weenie, have you seen? There's an Instagram ad of it's a singing bowl, but you have tongs and you like play different notes. Like it's a big metal bowl that has little laser cutouts. Dave? What if that's the mom? I mean, you showed me that? Okay. Did you send that to Snaps? Because I feel like Snaps would probably get a huge kick out of that for her streams, especially during meditation. All right, I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure you're paying attention. That's all. The founding feathers. Scary fuck. Bee owl. Svensson. Just like Sven. Sven is like saying gifts. Gifts. It's too difficult to say. Sven. How you gotta say something with some umph, some enunciation. Like Carl. Toodles? I feel like if it's an owl, it should be an old name. What's the old guy's from Up's name? Herman? You could be Herman Miller. Owls feel so regal, though. You know what? I don't know the actual definition of regal. All I know is Buick Regal. And do you mean old? Regal. Resembling or fit for monarch, especially. Oh, like. Oh my God. Okay. I knew what regal meant. Jesus Christ. We're just gonna. Can we delete that part of the VOD at all? Oh, Oliver. Yes, Oliver. What about Ollie? Poop dick. Oh my God, Greg. Nice fucking gift capture right there, dude. I didn't realize my face jiggled that much. Bjorn, Biggie Smalls, Big Eye Smalls. You guys and all your play on words right now. O-Town. O-Titties. I'm not opposed to the name starting with an S. Ollie or Odin. Think about that second name again there, Weenie. I'm down with Ollie. Owl City. Weenie absolutely despises Owl City. Big Eye Smalls. It's pretty smart, right? This is why we pay fucking was it Salty? Yeah. That's why we pay him the big bucks. You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies. Oh my god. Dude, that song and this song were like, hold on. I'm going to take you guys back to high school or possibly college if you're a fucking boomer.
I like where we are when we drive in your car. I like where we are here.
Okay, as lame as the come up to this song is, the chorus is good. I mean, in regards to the 2000s, you know? And I'm okay to have the VOD muted for this track. Too bad I don't have any of my dancing scenes set up, or we'd just go to town. You've never heard this song, dude?
Can touch here. When you are the one who only lies close to me, whispers about I miss you quite terribly. I fell in love with you suddenly. That is so fucked up. I couldn't believe in your arms. I like
The camera's borked out. On which one? This one? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I accidentally left my GoPro on since Saturday, and I just turned it off before I started the stream. I'm so sorry. Okay. We all have our opinions about that song now, but back in the day, freshman year of high school, dude, can't even count the amount of times I jerked off to that song. I don't want to listen to Fireflies. I don't want to go back that far. Or do we? It is a really good intro, I must say. We're not going to do it, though. It is a real, like, it's a great tune, but just fuck if it's not terrible now. I have, okay. How many of you sit and listen to music? So let's say a new album comes out. How many of you do nothing else but actually sit there and listen to the album through? Whether you grab a glass of wine, smoke a fat blunt, grab a drink, anything. Ooh, the Doom soundtrack. I've never seen the Doom movie with The Rock, and I kind of want to. Yo, what up, Shriner? What's going on, dude? Welcome in. $1975. Yeah. Yo, what up, Captain Sam? You joined earlier and I saw it. I missed it. I apologize. It's good to see you, dog. It was crazy how many fucking GSN people were in here on Saturday. So I use this app called Cloud App. All right. It is a screenshot tool. So you can have it installed on as many computers as you want. As soon as you take a screenshot, it immediately uploads the screenshot to the cloud and then copies a link to your clipboard so that you can paste it anywhere. So like if I'm sitting here in a voice chat with somebody and I wanted to show them something real quick before the days of screen share or anything else, I could just quickly screenshot something or take a 30-second screen recording. It would immediately upload, and then you could send them a link, and then they could look at it. I have had that app since 2012, and I have 9,000 screenshots and screen recordings that date all the way back. And on Sunday or Monday, I looked through every single screenshot and just went back, and not all good things. Most of the time, especially when I was managing the Gay Sex Network, the best gaming community around, we would always screenshot conversations from people to post in forums for proof of people saying certain things, or proof of somebody doing something. And there was just so many, like I had so many flashbacks. Like, I think the people that I deal with today are morons. When I look at some of the conversations that I had to have with like 12-year-old kids regarding fucking Altus Life, oh my God. And then I just thinking about all of the terrible, terrible people that I had to come in contact with. Like Nandy! Like fucking Nandy! What's up there, buddy? Welcome in. No wonder I was attracted to GSN. That was, I don't want to say the joke because, somebody's sexuality isn't a joke, but people would always ask, like, what does GSN stand for? And then we would always just say, it's like, it's Gay Sex Network, dude. Like, really? Like, yeah, man. You want to join? We suck cock! Yeah, just seeing screenshots from the psycho drama kings and queens and some of the people that we had to deal with, that we continued to deal with for so long. And it just, honestly, it boggled my mind. I miss those days very much. I miss before Discord existed, and the only way that you could play games with people is if you were in a TeamSpeak server. Having one central location where everybody played games. I do miss those days. However, the stress of running a gaming community and managing it, do not miss that at all. At all. Actually, I still have a TeamSpeak. Use it every once in a while. Like, we always use it for when Weenie and I play games together on stream, just because the voice quality is better. Dude, I just found, oh my God. I just found a picture of Girthy not too long ago. Fucking hilarious. Such a player. Fucking mumble. TeamSpeak quality better than Discord? Yes, 100%. Yep. Discord's bit rate is comparable. However, it's the compression that absolutely destroys voice quality in Discord. TeamSpeak supports up to 320 kilobits per second for voice, and it just voice quality wise, it's unmatched. Was a bitch to manage though. That's for sure. Just trying to manage permissions in TeamSpeak, the amount of trolls that you would have to deal with that would just search for TeamSpeak servers, that was always a huge problem as well. So not the funnest of times at times, but just in general, a good time. Big time. Yeah, I mean it's all right. If your server is boosted to level 2, I think you get up to 256 kilobits per second, but it's still Discord robots a lot because Discord, the way that it's built, Discord will fail depending on the health of your computer. You know, like if your CPU usage spikes, the amount of people that robot in DC and have problems, like when you log into TeamSpeak, you connect and your shit works always. Maybe you have to do some volume changing here and there, but for the most part, that shit just worked. But I don't think, I mean, do you guys think TeamSpeak is anywhere near the scale that Discord is nowadays with how, because TeamSpeak was always a paid thing. Discord's always been free. So its reach has always been farther. I would probably say that there are twice as many Discord servers as there are TeamSpeak servers, especially now. But yeah, Discord still has a lot of those issues. Like you join a channel and you speak and you can see your mic lighting up and it just doesn't work. And you have to do a refresh to get it to work again. Whenever my CPU usage spikes, I get roboting. Whenever I alt tab, roboting. You know, that stuff never happened with TeamSpeak that much. Oh my God, MSN Messenger. Yeah. Dude, I remember MSN Messenger for when we would play Age of Empires 2 on live. Oh my God, what was that website called? The Zone? Wasn't it Zone? That was powered by MSN or Hotmail or one of the two. That's how I used to queue up for games for Age of Empires. Yo, what's up, Disturbing? I didn't mean to hit the microphone. I'm sorry. Oh my God, Trillion. Yeah, it's crazy to think about the infrastructure of AIM. But AIM is kind of similar to Discord in a way because, well, not really actually. I just, for whatever reason in my head, I remember friend lists. And I remember categorizing them. I'm like, yeah, you had to join a friends list if you wanted to chat to those people. I don't remember group chat on AIM. AIM group chat. Was there group or was it all 1v1? You're correct, Greg. It is a dedicated server. Which makes it way more stable. But it also makes it DDoSable too. There were chat rooms. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't remember that at all. Group chat, AIM group chat. Okay. It's coming back to me now. So let's see. AOL Instant Messenger. This was our lifetime, people. This shit was our lifetime. This, dude. And this was your little avatar. These colors. This is like the most bluest blue and the most reddest red that there is. Remember away messages? This right here. Away messages. Those like barely exist now. Now it's just status, right? You just set your status. Biggity Mike. Lil Chubbs 87. That is an interesting username, my friend. Oh my God. Blast from the past right there, dude. Mumble is the open source alternative to TS. What do you get out of Mumble that you don't get out of TS? Colorful away mat. Oh, I remember that too. I do remember that. No license. Oh, okay. Oh my God, Pigeon. I still have Pigeon on one of my flash drives. Fucking Pigeon, man. So, what's up with all you guys? I went live today because I wanted to look at PC parts. I wanted to look at reports and statistics of the most recent Intel gaming CPUs, or I should say consumer CPUs compared to AMD's right now. I'm heavily considering going AMD for my gaming PC next round. It's kind of like already decided in my brain, but I just want to look, see what parts are out there, see what I should be expecting when I make this switch, and just kind of go from there. I really want to look at cases. I need to figure out what I want to do case-wise. I don't know if I want to keep these boys. I know that I want to keep them because I want to mod them. I want to cut some holes in the front and put some mesh there for fan and airflow. I don't know when that's going to happen. I feel like I will replace all of the desks in here before I start replacing computers. But I've been out of the hardware game for a while, and I would like to just take a look at the hardware, see what's out there, see what it's going to cost, see what kind of hit we're going to take. Look at cases, look at CPU coolers. I don't need a brand new computer for either. I know I'm going Threadripper for the streaming PC, and I'm probably going Ryzen 9 for the gaming PC. I need a workstation CPU. Having the most frames in games is great and all, but I'm doing so much video work now that I really need to get a CPU that's fit for that type of work. You know what I'm saying? You're getting into Teams right now too, Amber? Yeah, we just implemented Teams into our work environment, and a little bit of a resource hog. It's kind of hard for the OGs to get used to, but man, once you get it implemented, woo! So the idea is, so like right now, I have my personal cell phone. I have a work cell phone that was given to me by work. I have a desk phone, right? And I have voicemails for all of them. And basically the way that Microsoft is going is if you use the Microsoft Outlook app and you use the Teams app and you use OneDrive, all of your files are available everywhere, always. If somebody calls you, so if they're sitting at their desk and they're using their desk phone, they can use Teams to call you. If you're on your computer will ring. If you're mobile, your phone will ring. All you need is the Teams app on any device, and you're just automatically connected to everything. And then of course, you know, when you need to terminate somebody, if they're using Outlook, or they're going to have to use Outlook pretty soon, Outlook and Teams on their phone, while they're in the office getting fired, somebody like me can go disable account, disable. Their computer's disabled. All of the mail is pulled off of their phone while they're just sitting there. The Teams app is wiped, everything is locked down, and you know that when they are leaving, they're not leaving with any information. You know, the OneDrive and the SharePoint integration into it, and pretty soon, like, I haven't been carrying around my work phone at all because I just installed Teams app on my personal phone, and now I don't have to carry two phones. It pretty much is iMessage, actually. It has chat built in, but it has so many great things built in, and I'm very impressed, to be honest. I love the meme that someone says they wish they could have their favorite song on their Twitter, and the meme was like, it finally happened. We've reached a generation that never had MySpace. You're goddamn right, dude. I still remember a lot of my friends having like Blood Brothers songs as their MySpace song. So as soon as you'd get to the page, just fucking screaming. Linus had a recent video that showed AMD is going to be pretty damn equal, if not better, especially with the 5mm. Okay. Nanometers? Millimeters. You could go super small for the PC. I already made that mistake with these. I don't want to make that again. Even though I have a decent NAS, I still want room for... Here's the thing. I could go smaller if I wanted to. However, I don't want to lose out on the ability to have mechanical drives for mass storage. I would love to put 6 terabytes of SSD storage in my streaming PC for local recordings. I could get away with 3, you know, but I just don't know if I want to spend that money. My gaming PC, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. My NAS is not large enough and fast enough to be considered as a server that I can work directly off of. So I still have to keep all of my photos, my music, my videos and stuff on my gaming PC, and then I just back them up to the NAS. One day we can get to the point where all I have is just massive flash storage in the gaming PC and not have to worry about mechanical drives at all. But I think for this next build, I'm gonna have to. On my gaming PC, just my user directory, which is documents, pictures, videos, music, is 4 terabytes, and I only have 200 gigs left. So I'm thinking when I do this gaming PC upgrade, I'm probably just gonna buy like a 10 terabyte NAS drive to put in there for my main storage. And then once we get to a cool and safe place, I can just store everything on my NAS. But here's the thing, at the same time, I'm not comfortable putting all of my stuff in one place on the NAS. I would have to have a separate device backing that up as well. What up, Scarch? I know you said hi like a year ago, but sometimes I just talk and I get caught up, and I'm sorry. Hello. Welcome in. What's the web browser I'm going to switch tonight? The Edge beta, bro. The only thing that's pissing me off right now is their goddamn cookies. Fuck Blood Brothers? How dare you? They're so good, though. Riot Oh, you're talking to Amber, sorry. Yeah, Tonester, my NAS is 24 terabytes. I used to have a Plex server, and I got so sick of pirating shit, and then I just wiped it. I wiped a decade worth of pirating shit like that. Later, Beerblot. I think I am a digital hoarder. Although I don't really have anything that's older than like 10 years. And to be honest, my 4 terabytes of mechanical space on my gaming PC did me fine for a really long time. And then as soon as I started, like 2 years ago, I started recording all of my streams locally. And then I got this camera and I started shooting 4K. A terabyte filled up so goddamn fast. I think one's, let me see. Streaming for all of 2019 is 1.5 terabytes. So every stream of mine in 2019, 1.6 terabytes. And those are all raw, uncompressed, full VODs. So 1.5 terabytes just of streams. I also can't wait till we're full ass Wally. I would love to just drop like $2,000 on a new NAS, like a super fast fucking SSD NAS. Oh, that would be amazing. Cause yeah, I would love to get rid of all of the storage on my gaming PC, right? And migrate all of that data to the NAS so that I don't have to worry about managing that data here. But I don't think that's anytime soon for me. Tonester, I appreciate it. I won't watch anything. I so very rarely watch any TV or movies. I watch cooking tutorials on YouTube and scenes from Dan in real life. What up, Kavi? Kabi? Kami. Hi. Hello, sir. You would think file sizes would be getting smaller nowadays? It's media for me. It's the media shit that just stacks up. And with all of us always just wanting more, better quality audio and video, those files only get bigger and bigger and bigger. But yeah, ever since having this camera, which I think is like 6 months, I've shot a terabyte worth of 4K. Yo, what's up, Sheffy? What's going on, dude? Good to see you, buddy. Yo, Cap, have a good one, man. Enjoy your movie night, I think that you're having. Looking at a new desktop? Oh, yeah. And that's kind of what we're actually about to start doing, too. I want to start looking at prices for hardware and just kind of see what's out there, see what people are building. I kind of want to peep at... I want to look at Power GPU's Twitter feed as of late. I just want to see what cases... So right now I have 2 cases that are the exact same and they're dope. However, they only have spots for 2 mechanical hard drives. So right now in my gaming PC, I have 2 NVMe SSDs, I have 2 SATA SSDs, and then I have 2 mechanical hard drives. And the mechanical hard drives are 2 terabyte Western Digital Reds and RAID 0 for a total of 4. I would love to get away from RAID. I never want to use RAID ever again on a consumer level. So RAM is good. Cooler is fine. I would love a new GPU, but that's probably not happening anytime soon either. And that's all right. I don't really have a problem with my GPU at all. It's just VR that I would really like the performance benefit in. So I need a case. I am prioritizing airflow over aesthetic this time because I'm sick of my high temps. I need 4 mechanical hard drive bays.
I was listening to dubstep before a lot of you were wearing diapers, all right? Which means before you were born!
No signal! Roslyn? Jesus Christ! What are you gonna do? Roslyn gifting 5 effing subs. Fawn and Scarch, Pink Gold Bitch, Ian Boy, and Exa. You buffered? That was your fault. Stop downloading. Hey, you stop all the downloading. Roslyn, that was so very kind of you. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All those dudes and ladies in chat that got the subs, enjoy. What do you recommend for a good case for airflow? I have no idea. So we're actually going to look at some because I haven't looked at cases in quite some time. And I know Salty's going to feel me in his balls when I say this. I really want to get the Cooler Master Cosmos 3. It's a super tower case that weighs about 80 pounds when filled with components. And it's amazing. I don't have any room for it, though. If I was to go back to a single PC setup for whatever reason, I would definitely get that case. But we're not going to be able to do it right now. All right, let me do this. You're going to make me use Chrome today, aren't you, computer? Hey, computer. Cooler Master cases. Wish you could do more. Woman, that was $25. That is a dinner for 2 at Steak and Shake. No, that's fuck. That might be a dinner for 3 at Steak and Shake. You can get a burger and fries for like $4. That is a dinner for 2 at Jimmy John's. Because Jimmy John's is fucking expensive now. But no, please don't ever say that again. Because what you just did was a considerable amount. Don't doubt yourself. Cases. Okay. Before we do this.
Who loves you, baby?
Will you fawning? Thank you for continuing your gift sub. Sheffy, if you're gonna go pre-built, make sure it's pre-built by a human. Otherwise, build your own. For shizzle. I can't... Friends don't let friends buy pre-built gaming PCs. Okay? Yo, what's up, Arbor? I know you've been here. I missed it. You know, I also missed Steak and Shake because the one that was close to us just shut down recently. The one thing that I don't know, I feel like I want to create a better desktop capture scene. I guess what I could do is this. Here, let's do this. So we have two, let me duplicate this scene. Actually, I lied. Let's go here. We're going to duplicate this scene. And we're going to call this one Gaming Cam List. We'll call this Desktop Capture. We're going to put this... Excuse me. Oh. And then what we're going to do is we're going to crop this boy. Because you guys know who I am. Actually, we probably should leave that. Okay. So, now we can come back here. And we can kill this one.
I know you're tired of loving with nobody to love. Nobody. So just grab somebody. No leaving this party with nobody to love. Nobody.
Honey. I found you, Ems Magoo.
What up, dog? Jay Brucifer. What's going on, man? 2-4 months. Welcome in, man. Thank you so much for the 2-year resub. Can we please get some emotes in chat? Show some love for Jay Bree for popping his 2-year cherry. And Gray Meyer for the 100 bits. What's up, dude? Thank you. You guys are being too nice today. Stop it. Stop. Okay, gaming. Streaming, and then we are going to add a scene because I want a different camera. This would be gaming cam list desktop capture. I'm going to want this boy. Instead of me covering up what I'm seeing, we can just do this. Ah! Yeah. That'll work. Are you building a camera capture PC? You know what? One of these days, I'm gonna have to do that. One of these days. Thankfully, that day is not today. And if we end up upgrading to Threadripper for the streaming PC, there will be less of a need to. But we'll see. I fucking love that emote, Sheffy. It's she's got some great fucking face emotes. Fucking full screen face emotes are some of my favorite. Hey, do your thing, Bjorn. Thanks for chilling with us tonight. Hope you had a great time, and we'll see you back another time, all right? Maybe we'll see you at like an early as fuck stream on the weekends, which I'm very much looking forward to. What up, Lady Spades? I almost missed you. I apologize. Yo, I got some emotes for you, Lady Spades. There you go. I bought my pre-built well below the itemized value. Is your okay, here's the thing. There's pre-builts like the HP Omen, right? Which are barely upgradable. Well, these are laptops. These are built specifically for this, you know, for this purpose. And then there are like gaming PCs that are actually built with just normal hardware, and then that's a different story. Okay. So the case that I was talking about before, dude, holy case. I can't believe they still have like some of these super old cases, you know, like these guys too. The half Cosmos. These, dude. Oh, so this is the case that I'm using for my Unraid server right now, the 24 terabyte Unraid server. And then there's this boy, which is just all of my nuts scooped into a single package of ice cream. Modular. Doors on hinges with a glass panel. It's got a removable front panel. I'm pretty sure it has 2 vertical GPU mounts. Just all the space that you could ever need in the world. It's got the front panel I/O. Fans to make you fly. Look at those hard drive bages. Hard drive cages. I haven't started drinking yet. And again, modular. You can mount some SSDs and a couple. Oh my God, dude. Here's what I'm thinking. I would love to put my gaming PC in another Cosmos and put that on the desk, and then just put the streaming PC under the desk. However, I'm so limited on space. It's just not a good idea. And if I want to go through with my eventual plan of taking all of this audio equipment and moving it over here, and then having the iMac over there as my productivity station. Hey, thanks for the email, Sid. Choo choo, motherfucker. Pipe seed. Share it, streamer. Yeah, I mean, I absolutely adore everything about this case, and I have the Cosmos 2, and it was one of the best cases that I have ever had. I absolutely love it. I just don't have the space for it. Are you thinking about doing that for a streaming PC, JB? This is crazy. I just love, oh my God. I mean, curved glass. Just everything about it. This is like one of my all-time favorite cases. You know what I forgot to do is this. Wanted to bring that up. What? Did they get a different handle? Oh, power GPU com. Okay. Okay, then you fared well there, Kami. A Zydax. I don't know what a Zydax is. We're gonna learn together. Also, what up, Shadow Dragon? Welcome into the show. I like your purple name. I like purple everything. Does it bother you guys that I'm looking in the opposite direction? I can't flip the camera. Would you fucking load? Oh my God. I don't even... Zydax.com is probably a virus. Oh, are these like specially built? Oh, okay. This is kind of like Puget Systems. Oh yeah, so they're building. Got it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, you have a Cosmos S right now? Okay, so that is... Wait. Do they not have it anymore? Was that like a special series? Hey man, it's Tanner from high school. I've never done a custom loop before, Tonster. If I was not a content creator, if I was just a gamer, I would fuck around with that stuff all day. But the reality of my situation is I need my shit to work. I don't have time to fuck around with all that stuff. When I turn it on, I need it to work. I don't want to deal with leakage or all of the learning time to get it set up. Like I would have to spend all this time and all this money to build another computer and get it all working as like a side gig while I'm still using my gaming PC that works, you know. Would love to someday to do a custom water cooled PC. I've never learned anything about it, and at this point it's too daunting of a task. Cosmos S case. God damn it. Oh, did I just refresh? Oh my God. That is a case from the early 2000s. Okay, so I remember one of the original founding members of GSN had this case. And it was a beast, man. It was a beast for sure. Yeah, I'm kind of terrified of it too, Tonester. Like, I have the desire. They're obviously amazing and efficient. But when I think about, do I want to put my productivity at risk? Like, do I want to build a custom loop myself for the first time and then risk my PC, my components, my stream? I just don't want to risk all that right now. It's nice having a stream PC because that controls the streaming, but everything that I do is on the gaming PC. A toe strap. Oh man. When we had a LAN party, the Cooler Master Cosmos 2, I actually set this case up on a shelf above me because that's where all the PC connections were. It was such a dumb idea. I don't know why I did it. Oh, you've got a half-X case right now? Yeah. The half-X were so popular when they first came out. And I can't believe like the design has not moved on from this quite yet. But those were huge, man. I remember when the halves first came out. Everybody loved them. I gotta fill in my water. Gotta drink water. I'll tell you what. I'm pretty sure that we've already talked about this before. If there's one good thing that this virus has done, it has trained me to drink so much water. I probably drink 6 of these a day on top of the water that I drink when I'm like out and about. I drink 6 is probably still not the amount of water that I should drink, but compared to what I used to drink, I kind of want a LaCroix, and I might have a beer a little bit later, but we're going to hydrate first because hydrating is good for you. I don't really have any of my Be Right Back scenes up, so I'm just going to give you guys this broken one, and I'll be back, right? All right, I got both. A LaCroix and a... What's soda? Do you mean pop? I really, I still crave pop, soda, carbonated sugar. I still love a good straight up green Monster or a Rockstar or a Red Bull. They're just so good. They're so bad for you, but there's just days where it just hits the mother effing spot when you drink them. I don't buy pop for the house ever. Everyone, you know, I would say like once a week, Weenie and I will go to the liquor store and we'll just load up on what we call tasty drinks. And for the most part, I grab either sugar-free Gatorades or Arizona iced teas. And I know Arizonas have quite a bit of sugar sometimes, but if you were to ask me like, hey, do you want pop or do you want like Arizona iced tea? I would pick Arizona probably almost every time. There's so many good Arizona flavors too, man. Like you can go into a gas station and say, I want an Arizona. And then you go, oh, okay, which one of the 38 flavors do I want? It's like picking toothpaste. They're all going to get the job done. You can't go wrong. I just realized we were on the wrong scene and that was embarrassing. Even before your break, didn't you fucking hate LaCroix? Yes. Amber, I hated all seltzer water. Weenie and I buy 3 12 cases of LaCroix every time I can't clean these fucking glasses. Every time we go grocery shopping. I did the same thing with LaCroix that I did with mustard, mushrooms, onions, and hot peppers. I just kept fucking eating it until I liked it. And now here we are. We have seltzer water. Like, so in our kitchen, we have our full fridge, our regular fridge, and then we have a mini fridge right next to it. And that mini fridge is just a drink fridge. It's got wine, LaCroix, Red Bull, alcohol. It's got everything. But yeah, I became a believer. Here's the thing, Amber, is like, I think out of all of the seltzer waters that I was drinking, LaCroix was the most tasteless. However, it also has the least amount of shit in it. Sugar, calories, chemicals. Spindrift is fucking amazing. But there's a reason it's amazing. And I haven't figured it out yet. You know, and it's still, I know that I love soda pop, and I know that it's a good idea to cut it out of my life completely. Because every once in a while, you see those pictures on Instagram or Twitter, and it's like, this is how much sugar is in one glass of Coke. And unfortunately, that particular post falls victim to the same exact thing where it's like, hey, this TV show came out 30 years ago. Don't you feel old? And it's like, motherfucker, that's The Office. That was out like a decade ago. Stop. Sometimes you get kind of fooled where somebody will be holding up like a sugar jar from fucking Sweetums from Parks and Rec. Like, this is how much sugar is in a single can of Coke. But I mean, a bottle isn't a 12-ounce bottle of Coke 50 grams of sugar? And the one thing that I thought about the other day, how the hell does our body, how is it okay with consuming 50 grams of sugar in like 20 minutes? Like, you know how you eat a cookie, and then you eat a second, and you eat a third, and you're like, oh man, it's too rich, can't do it. But we're okay just drinking 50 grams of the worst type of sugar possible? I think about what it's doing to my insides. And then I just doing some research on just meditation and immune systems and stuff like that. And apparently white sugar, like white processed sugar, fucks up your immune system. And during this time where I would love to not get sick, trying to drink less sugar. Trying to, you know, of course, Weenie's been making the best cookies in the goddamn world lately, and I've been eating those like a madman, but okay. So we can't do a Cosmos. As much as I would love to, maybe I'll just buy that case and then I'll just save it for another day or another build. These are all cool. Except if they have glass fronts, I don't want them. I want a mesh front. Holy fan. That has got to be a 200 millimeter fan in the front there. Looks awesome though. So master case is an option. Spindrift. That motherfucking Dan got sponsored by Spindrift. You ever look at Fractal cases? Yes. Fractal actually had a case that I really liked. And then I watched some reviews on it and the thermals on it weren't that great. So I backed off of it. But I'll keep that open. I mean, the cases with the tempered glass like this, they look so cool. Like that is such an awesome looking case. But your fans are up against goddamn glass. How good can the airflow be? This is the dollar store. How good can it be? This is kind of cool. Okay, all right, we'll check out that one. I'm looking for a full tower, most likely. There are so many cases. Oh my God. Yo, absolutely, Amber. Subs are good for links, so go for it. See, the NZXT cases that I have right now, they are both S340 Elites. They only have openings at the top and bottom. So way less gaps for airflow. And it's not good. It's not good, homie. God damn it. I don't want you to update, okay? This fucking app freezes every time I open it. I keep telling myself that I need to update it, and then I never do. Temperatures, 50 degrees Celsius, sitting here browsing the web. That is not good. I'm not even doing anything. What are my usages like? Yeah, using 10% of my CPU, it's at 50 degrees Celsius. That's a no-no. It's no good. Whenever I export videos on my gaming PC, my temperatures go up to 80. Gamer Nexus has gotten too preachy for my taste. Really? I haven't been watching too many of their videos. I love their content. It's way too long for me to consume on a daily basis. Way too consistent and too long. Oh, PUBG limited edition. That's awesome. Oops. I'm gonna have to fix that later. How cool. Hello? Picture. Hi, pictures. Would you like to load? Jesus Christ. Those are only two? Okay. There we go. NZXT does have their cable management game on fleek. That's for goddamn sure. So it's a painted front panel mesh. Very cool. So wait. So she has her own gaming computer now? She grown. Oh my God, Anthem. I almost completely forgot about Anthem. My camera 60 FPS? I don't want it to be. No, okay, it looks 30. Okay. Okay. That is super, super cool. And I just want to keep their cases open because I do love NZXT hardware. This case is super cool. Sonder, if you're still around when we were talking about mini PCs, if I was to do like a mini stream PC, I would do one of these. I am absolutely in love with this little case. This is super cool. And if you're looking at the price tag going, what the F? I think it includes some other parts. Like, I think it includes that power supply and the fan. See, these are all solid front panel, which looks sexy. Ninja still has this case here? Okay. So yeah, not really much as far as cases goes when it comes to NZXT. They're all so very sleek. But I need airflow. And I mean, again, I see the vents on the sides. I think I want mesh in the front. It does, you know, you're right. It does look like the new Xbox. So she just built a whole new one. Awesome. Congrats to her. That's great. H500. I think this is what Weenie got for her streaming PC. And I wasn't too fond of it. I don't remember it having LEDs. Maybe this is a newer version. If the I version is the LED version. Good old cable management. Okay. Oh, it's we were we only got through a quarter of the way of looking through Corsair cases. To be honest, Weenie, I've been considering the newer version of your case. The Carbide, I believe it's called. As we were taking your PC apart, I realized how much I enjoyed the wide. I enjoyed... I enjoyed having all of that extra room on the other side of it. A lot, actually. I'm just kind of perusing at all of these. Some of these look like they're from the freaking 90s. Oh my God, the Scout is still a thing? Or did they... Oh, this is the Scout 2. Holy shit. All right, I just want to look at that because I'm curious. And I'm pretty sure the Carbide has tempered glass on the side and mesh in the front. Where the fuck is it? Oh, this is Cooler Master's site. Okay. Guys, oh, I'm so dumb sometimes. I'm just a fan. I'm just a big ass fan. All right, I want to look at them all. Let's look at the Super Tower. Oh my God, what is it? Hello? Where is it? Show me that one. Or is it this one? The Obsidian 1000 Dicks. Oh! Oh my God. 6 consoles! Dude, that's an amazing looking case. 2 PCs, 1 streamer, dude. Oh my God. That's so much computer for one person. And that is an abysmal price tag. But God, if it doesn't look sexy. Are those 2 quad radiators? Yeah, YouTube.
Hey guys, I'm George. This is the Obsidian Series 1000D Super Tower PC case. It is the biggest and most feature-rich case Corsair has ever made. So you might ask, like, why did you guys build this ridiculously huge PC case? It's not just because it's cool, it actually has a purpose. You can actually build 2 full systems inside this case at the same time. So if you were streaming, you can game on one system and capture that video and stream it out on the other system. So in your room, you no longer need 2 full desktops. The primary motherboard tray is compatible with
Oh, that's a big
1086
fucker.
motherboard with 8 expansion slots. Some of those slots can be rotated, so you can actually have a vertical GPU mount if you want.
Amber, that's a great
The
idea.
secondary motherboard
Salty
tray
needs
is
you to come build me some
integrated
shit.
with a shroud and actually includes 2 expansion slots and a mini ITX compatible mount. But don't worry, we didn't forget about you liquid cooling guys. All of our Obsidian series cases have been built with liquid cooling in mind. In front of the case, there's room for 2 480mm
Lee and Lee is another company we need to look up.
radiators. And on top, there's room for a 420mm radiator. In the rear, there's room for 220mm or 140mm fans and a 240mm radiator.
Can I just say that the entire aesthetic of this particular case was ruined by that lazy pipe job of just the one pipe draped across. And everything else is so geometric and square, and then you just have this one. It makes me sad, but yeah, I'm not a professional. Not a doctor.
One of my favorite features of the Obsidian Series 1000D are the slide-out radiator trays. They make it easier than ever to install fans and radiators to build up a liquid cooling system. The front and top trays come out and actually can be completely replaced. By default, they have
You're a
420
lazy pipe
or
job.
3140s. And if that weren't enough, you can go to Corsair.com and buy new radiator trays that have...
What an awesome looking case. Holy shit. Holy shit. Alex, how are you liking Valorant? I'm not too serious of a gamer, so I enjoy it for what it is. I've been having a lot of fun playing it recently. Bearded, I already think I know what you're talking about with this case, and I'm already nutting. We're gonna save that for later. I'm definitely opposed to having 2 cases in one computer. The whole reason I like having a streaming computer and a gaming computer is that they are separate entities, and I can work on one without having to work on the other. However, super cool looking case. I can't believe the Scout still exists. It's got a fan LED switch. It's got handles. It's got 6 consoles. I remember... Amber, you just made me think of... There used to be a $1,000 Thermaltake case. And I remember it being not that great, but it was like the most sought after...
What's up, you guys? I'm TechSource. In this video,
This looks like a newer version of the case that I'm talking about.
we're going to be taking a look at the new Thermaltake Level 20 case.
Yes, because it was the Thermaltake Level 10. Thermaltake Level 10 case. Yeah. Dude, this case was like $1,000. It was like $800, $900. And it wasn't even that cool. Like, okay, that's cool. You can fit your fucking cock in 5 different slots, but this thing, where did that go? Tough power. There's no liquid in it. Oh yeah, there is.
So this is Thermaltake's newest addition from their Level series. It's a super tower with 3 separate compartments and 3 tempered glass windows. Clearly, this case is targeted for gamers, modders, and
Interesting. Sorry. That is a beast of a case.
8x120.
No, why do you autoplay? Fucking play the goddamn. Yeah, so the anti-cheat that Valorant uses has like level 0 access. It runs even if you're not even logged into your computer. That's kind of access that it has. Scary. And yet you still fucking have cheaters. But I've been enjoying it. It's a fun game. I can be not so sweaty and have a good time. But yeah, the access control that they have set up for that game is terrifying. Like, not even Tarkov is that bad. Not even the Russians are that bad. Yeah, it's gnarly. Actually, Sonder just sent me something about that. You sent me a screenshot. Yep. Colonel Driver. That's insane to me. That's absolutely insane. And my response to Sonder was, it's kind of like the same, it's kind of similar to our national security. How much of your privacy do you want to give up so that you can feel safe? How much of your computer privacy do you want to give up to guarantee that you're not going to play with cheaters, right? Because there has to be some give somewhere at some point when it comes to cheating. Because there's no way that every anti-cheat can know everything about your computer at all times without having some insane access to your PC. Yeah, who knows, Toaster? Oh, yeah. Tencent's not fucking around. They're not messing around. Yeah, go for it, Bearded. All right, so Cooler Master, we have these two that I wanted to look at. We don't care about the Omen. I do want to just peek at Zydax for a little bit, and then we were looking at Corsair cases. Fractal as well. NZXC is kind of out of the question. This is super cool. Just the picture. The picture of that case is awesome. I really like this song, by the way.
The case manufacturers really showed up in force at CES this year. Some less
They list the cases. Okay. No. Because I don't want to watch the whole video. I'm trying to get away from watching entire YouTube videos on stream. And I know we watched a bunch of cooking shit yesterday. But here's the thing. Cooking shit has rewatch value. I don't feel as bad watching cooking stuff on YouTube, because if anybody sees that video and says, okay, I need to make that, they're going back to that same video and they're going to get that extra view anyways, right? Because nobody's going to be able to retain all of the information from watching me watch a video on YouTube. However, that doesn't mean that I can't still get copy striked. But I feel less bad about it.
competently than others, but still forceful. That means there's a...
This just reminded me of the case that Epos Fox has that has the LED square panel on the front. Again, I would buy that case in a heartbeat. However, I want something that has mesh in the front. It's just for whenever? Okay.
Forward to, for good and bad, over the next 10 months or so. The biggest trend this year was mesh-fronted cases, something for which we've been the vanguard for years now.
Whoa! What the fuck? What just happened? Hello? Where the fuck did it go? I hate when that happens. I don't know why that happens. I feel like I opened up a new tab and then hit back or something. I don't know, dude.
But remember that case development takes as long as 18 months. So sometimes longer than that. And most of 2020's launches for one reason or another.
Oh, that was cool. That's cool looking.
We'll have time to make tweaks before launch, depending with whom we spoke. And that's because of this product. So, with the table and its vertical orientation, how it's intended to be used. The feet on the bottom are maybe about 0.5 to 1 millimeter tall. In reality, though, it won't be used at all, because good luck getting air through 2 to 3 90-degree turns, then through about 70% plastic with minimal holes, and then a dust filter in the holes that
that's not gonna be good.
But expensive small things like these plastic filters that socket in everywhere. It's not cheap to do all that extra tooling in the metal to fit all those things.
Okay.
So, have a dust filter alongside the VU71,
Oh.
P1, P3, and
Make me your slut, Dad.
P5 were some of its best and most unique designs. The distro case 350P has modified the original chassis to include a fan bracket for the front of the enclosure.
There's your thermal take there, Amber.
Making it possible to mount a radiator with fans up front. And
They've been really getting into the wall-mounted. Oh, man. Oh, look at that reservoir. Holy shit. I don't know if that's a reservoir or if that's just pass through. It looks like it's big enough, like it's probably super thin, but it's so large that it's the same amount of surface area that a reservoir or like a tube reservoir would be. That looks awesome.
We heard was about $600 MSRP. Thermaltake also had its AHT-600 case or attack helicopter,
AKA the Kia Soul of computer cases.
This is less interesting to us overall. One of our commenters actually on that video noted that as a former helicopter mechanic for the military, they really liked the look of the case.
I did not know that.
That's the right kind of buyer for the A10s this year, which means that it's not a niche market, because 3 is a lot. In reality, micro ATX is actually a small market.
Oh!
That's why there are so few new micro ATX cases every year, and the numbers that we have from manufacturers show that ATX and mini ITX get most of the focus because they sell the most. That isn't an insult to micro ATX. It just means that it's less populous and that each new case is more interesting as a result, which is a good thing. Silverstone had a follow-up to the CS381 chassis that we used in our server build with Wendell, but
They're
in
different
a slightly
browsers.
different style. The CS330 is a micro ATX case, but it has some expensive toolless drive bays.
A lot of case manufacturers are going over to having a single large fan over having the multiples.
But it more closely matches a traditional line of MATX designs with the NR600's ultra-fine mesh.
It's not a fan of that front.
The cleanest will reduce the usable space for radiators and water cooling, so space on the top and bottom of the case will be taken away, obviously. As
That's
the size
interesting.
decreases. This is one of the larger mini ITX cases on the market, so
Mini
it's not
ITX again. It's cool looking though.
We gave the company a few awards for its P400A airflow-oriented case last year, and the company has brought back that design approach. We thought
Is that dual CPU?
we spent most of our careers complaining about case design. Fantex is worth
Yeah.
discussing first. We gave the company a few awards for its P400A airflow-oriented case last year, and the company has brought back that design approach. We thought the new P300A was the most interesting at the suite, as it's supposed to be roughly in the $60 price range, and it's still ATX ready. The case is similar in a lot of ways to the Cooler Master Micro ATX box, just ATX compatible and under the Fantex banner. The ultrafine mesh on the front follows the P400A's leading competitive advantage, so depending on the final, support dual system installations by using an add-on kit for mini ITX boards. If desired, the second system would install on the top of the case. The P500A should include 3 ARGB fans in its stock configuration, priced at $130, but it should. So the
Mini
indicator
ITX
familiarity
mounted
gauge
to the
is ready.
roof.
Radiator support goes up. The new Farah cases are trying to understand. The R1 has a similarly perforated front panel design, a mid-tower body, and a price point that's $60 without fans or $70 with 2 fans. The Farah cases aren't perfect. We don't like that the tempered glass isn't flush, and it doesn't quite live up to the fan-heavy approach to the R1.
That's kind of another design thing that everybody's been doing lately too, is like the floating tempered glass look, which I'm kind of torn on whether I like it or not. Sometimes it looks good, and then other times it doesn't look so good. Lee and Lee, we want to do this over here. Yeah, what a beast that case is. Thermaltake level 20. I'm just gonna forget that one. Okay. This one. Dual 200 millimeter fans. How do those sound airflow wise? I want to know what the noise floor is like for 200 millimeter fans. Oh no, I went to the porn YouTube! Oh, we made it. Don't really need to know that it's mesh. Whoa, case is kind of old. Too little, too late? Oh no, not you, Canucks. It's got some good size to it. Got some good front panel I/O. I saw hard drive cages and SSD cages. Designed by Cooler Master. And it's white.
I know we've all been waiting for it. Better. What's up, guys? I'm Dimitri, and behind me
Hello?
is the new
Quality?
Cooler Master H500P mesh. They have made some changes for better airflow, better overall like functionality and paneling, and now it comes in this beautiful white. Let's check it out right after this. Finally, an ultra slim body keyboard with mechanical red.
You know, yeah, okay. We're watching his content live. I will play through his ad spot.
The Tesoro Gram XS evolved to fit right in. Check it out below.
That's all you get.
149.
Two 200 millimeter in the front. Looks like it supports a 120 and a 140 in the back. Vertical GPU slot for dual PCI. Looks like there is a little bit of cable management behind the motherboard tray. And then I see a compartment for the PSU, which I love. I love not seeing anything from the PSU whatsoever. So that's got me hard. Tempered glass with a single screw at the top. So there's got to be a hinge at the bottom. Part of that airflow is dedicated to the cage down below. That's cool. Cable management grommets and a cable management plate. I'll have to bookmark this for later. And that just looks awesome. Please tell me it comes with those fans. That would be great. Oh, God. RGB headers. PSU bracket. Nice. Were you about to... Oh! That was interesting. Plenty of space on the rear. SSD mount right there. So I like how it has mesh on the sides and in the front. Wow, that's actually a good amount of space behind there. I saw he had a measuring tape at some point in this video, and I don't know where it was. Lots of space. I wonder how many hard drives it supports, unless this right here are mounting plates for whatever kind of mount you want to have, whether you want to do 3.5 or 2.5. They come in black and white, which would make sense for both PCs. Wait, is that? Wait, I think that's a different case. No, that's the same case. Looks like that one had tempered glass on the front. This is a viable option. Yeah, I like that one actually a lot. Mastercase H500 penises. Hey man, would you recommend a 2700X CPU and a 5700 for a streaming PC? 5700? Do you mean... I don't know what the 5700 would be. Unless that's a AMD GPU. I would stay away... Okay, 5700. Okay. I would personally stay away from the 2700X. That was the generation of Ryzen that had problems with gaming, with single core performance. I remember that being kind of a big thing. The black one had tempered glass because it was the older version. Oh, okay. Good. Well, then I want the mesh then. Okay, yeah. So these are the issues that I remember plaguing people with that CPU. For gaming. However, for streaming, North Limits, I use a 1700X. And I mean, you can tell by the quality you're watching right now that it does a great job. I'm able to push a 720/60 stream pretty well. I would think that if you didn't have as many cameras as I did, you could probably push 1080p 30. I don't think you would be able to push 1080p 60 to Twitch. Not that you should either. 1080p 30 is fine for IRL, not for gaming. And you shouldn't be streaming 900p. So my first generation Ryzen does a great job of 720p. And it keeps up with almost everything for streaming. I'm able to stream and record. However, I use a GPU to record locally to my PC, not my GPU or CPU, sorry. 16 gigs of RAM for streaming is fine. 500 gigabyte SSD. It depends on if you want to record your shit or not. If you want to record your streams locally while you're streaming, get a 1 terabyte SSD. Because by the time you get the operating system on there, a lot of your files on there, you know, all of your overlays and shit, there goes 100 gigs. And then you're thinking about anywhere from, depending on how much you stream, anywhere from 100 to 200 gigs a month of stream recordings. But for a streaming PC, it's probably dope. And I do recommend the Ryzen stuff. I'm actually thinking about, by the way, thanks for the follow. I almost said Thado Dragon. I'm thinking about going AMD for my CPU for my gaming PC next. There's been a couple videos lately about AMD GPUs and streaming. If you are trying to use the encoder on the GPU, if you were doing any GPU encoding whatsoever, go NVENC, which is NVIDIA, hands down. It's unrivaled at the moment, in my opinion. Yeah, I imagine that your build is still kicking ass right now, Bearded. Oh my god, it's already 9 o'clock. Fuck, we were supposed to play a little bit of games. We still might. We might just have to do another stream of looking at... How's it been 2 hours? It'll be all right, Bearded. I'm scared too. I just updated the BIOS on 3 PCs in the past couple months, and it's scary. But it's a lot harder to brick your MOBO nowadays. All the motherboard manufacturers make it so easy. You just put the BIOS on a flash drive, you boot into the BIOS. It has a utility that does everything for you. Easy peasy stuff. All right, so Corsair. We're looking at your other goodies. Show me all of the... Wait, do they not have just a full tower? They're all just mid towers? Unless they're putting those together? The Crystal Tower. What the balls? Cases. I'll make love to you. So these are considered small form factor? Well, shit. Then I don't know if I want that. Even though, Weenie, I think yours is considered small form factor, but it's got plenty of space just because of the way that it's built. Is there a place I can show you my Cosmos S build just in case you want to see how I use it? Yeah. If you want to post a link, just let me know and I'll give you a permit. Otherwise, we have a tech channel in Discord where we all kind of share our tech shit, if you're into that kind of thing. But other than that, chat's fine. Or Twitter, if you just want to add me on Twitter. The 3600X, I don't want to say it would be a better option. You're just going to be future-proofing yourself a little bit more. When Twitch finally opens up the floodgates and allows higher bit... It's fucking snowing. I just looked outside and I see a flurry of white going by the lamp. God damn it. It's fucking snowing. It's just going to be more powerful. Like, what you're like, the reason why I am going to be upgrading from a Ryzen 1700X to a Threadripper 2950 is because I am maxed out on PCI lanes currently because I use 4 cameras, 3 capture cards, and I require a lot out of my streaming PC. If you're just a dude with a camera and you're just gaming and you're just streaming, Do you need to spend $1,000 on a CPU and a motherboard? No, not really. You could even put a super weak CPU and you could buy a $200 to $300 GPU like an NVIDIA 1660 Ti, and you could do a dual PC setup with an NVENC, using your graphics card as an encoder instead of the CPU. However, at that point, you could just buy a really beefy GPU for your gaming PC and get the same effect. Dual PC streaming, while my favorite, it introduces frustration, it introduces audio interference, it introduces cost, gray hair, or no hair, if you're like me, headaches left and right. But if you are somebody that is going to be requiring a lot out of your shit, if you want to use multi-cameras, multi-capture cards, if you want to be able to record locally to your computer in 1080p 60 while you're streaming to your stream 720 60, are these the things that you require? Then sure, buy a beefy as fuck streaming PC and knock it out. Otherwise, might just be a good idea to buy a really beefy GPU and just do some NVENC single PC streaming. Be a single PC setup. Yeah, man, I'm not a professional when it comes to recommending builds. Also, North Limits, thanks for the follow. I am not a professional. But I do follow a lot of professionals. You know what I'm saying? And what I've seen lately is that when it comes to single PC setups, if you're going to be gaming and streaming, Ryzen is like the best bang for your buck. If you're just going to be gaming, go Intel. And if you're going to be building a stream PC, definitely go AMD for sure. So the 3900X, that's Ryzen 9, right? Ryzen 9. Okay, so 12 core. Is it 24 threads? Yeah, okay. That's a beast. I am an AMD CPU fanboy. I am not yet an AMD GPU fanboy. As much as I would love to go AMD for my CPU, I would still be buying NVIDIA for my GPU. Yeah, I got your permit there, bud. I'm gonna permit you, so feel free to post a link in chat. And then I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I am an idiot. I can copy paste. All right, there you go. Too many keyboards. I can't focus. Oh, I have a Be Right Back screen right here, actually. I'm a dingus. Fuck yeah, dude. Ooh, okay. Yeah, North Limits, if you're going single PC, dude, definitely go AMD for CPU because they're beasts. But for your GPU, I would tell you I would get a beast just for the sake of getting a beast, and then I would also just get an NVIDIA GPU so that you could stream using NVENC. It's going to be easier on your system. You'll have less frame issues, less performance issues. The NVIDIA GPUs have a specific piece of hardware. They have a specific encoder just for that purpose. Oh, you actually overclock, Hellhound? See, I don't even overclock. I'm so fed up with my gaming computer, man. It is just issue after issue after issue. They are the stupidest things that take me months to solve, and they're always like deal breakers for me. And it's not Intel's fault. It's not because it's an Intel build, but I've just been using Intel ever since I can remember, ever since I've been building computers. And with how awesome the AMD CPUs have been recently, I figured, why not give it a shot? Can always just fucking sell it and just move along. Do we have the same GPU, dude? Shadow Dragon, do you have a 1080 non-TI? Did you list it? Asus Strix. Oh, it's 2070. Dude, your card looks almost identical to mine. I have a ROG Strix 1080, and it looks almost identical. Actually, now that I look at it, it's a little bit different, but very, very close. I like that you've got the braided cables. Is that a custom loop for water cooling? Oh, it is an all-in-one. Interesting. I've never seen a pump like that. Okay, got the black and red going. Nice, nice. 1,000 watts. Ooh, I see you got a. Is that a Western Digital Velociraptor? Is that what those are? I knew it, dude. I saw the label and I saw the enclosure. I knew it was a Velociraptor. That's fucking funny. Where'd it go? Where'd the fucking... Oh, it's gone forever. We're safe. We're fine. I see... Is that an Anker USB hub in there? That looks... Oh, no, that's the NZXT internal USB fan hub. Those things are dope. Good shit, man. Got your quad RAM dual channel. Very nice. Sweet. Good build, man. I had my OS before I moved over to SSDs. I used to have 246 gig Velociraptors in RAID 0. That was my operating system drive for a long while. And I remember feeling like a badass when I had that. My build is actually super fucking clean. Like super, super clean. Actually, I might even be able to show you. Hold on, I got some checks on the table I need to move. I don't need you guys cashing my shit. All right, hopefully I can do this without shit breaking. Working? Yeah, it's working. Kinda. Can't really see shit, but still kind of works. Fucker! There we clean. I like it. It's a good build. Damn it, I don't remember where this was located now. Something like that. Look at those dead pixels. You see those? I just got to recalibrate the camera. Also, I'm dumb because I could have just done this. Or not. Ow. Yeah. Clean. It's definitely one of my favorite cases. Kind of same deal up here too. I forgot that I had to move one of my mixer cables because it was all fucked up. Dude, I know. If I only had the working NDI on my phone, could have made that way easier. Yeah, this PC does have fucking gremlins, man. I'm over it. I am over it. Yeah, I got you, Shadow. I think I'm about to open a beer. Just one. Yeah, I also like that capture card very much. I mean, RGB, all the things, dude. I'm one of the simps that just puts RGBs on absolutely everything, man. I don't give a shit. I love it all. I love it all. I'm also surprised, Hellhound. I mean, fucking 8700K stock, 1080 stock, 32 gigs of RAM stock, 2 NVMe SSDs. Fucking 2 SATA, like, it is a beast, but it just doesn't fucking work the way that I want to. It doesn't work as good as it should. Why can't I open a beer? What up, Tin Man? I don't want one of your lemon Trulies. And she just opened a Truly. I heard it. I know the distinct sound of Trulies being opened. Oh, what? You don't like them? Really? New Belgian passion fruit. Oh my god. How do you not like this? Yeah, it's kind of bitter. It smells good though. Wow, it's only 4.3 ABV. Okay, thanks. Oh, okay. I thought you were going to give me a lemonade Truly. We just had a podcast last week, but there is going to be another podcast this Sunday. Have a scotch. You know, that's out of all of the whiskey that I've been drinking lately, I still haven't rebought any scotch quite yet. I would like to soon. Just haven't done it yet. Oh, Shadow Dragon, you got motherfucking Jimmy emotes? Oh. Middle-aged streams the homeboy. See my link? Oh, no, I missed it. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Dude, I remember that fucking fan controller. Oh my god. And you still have DVD drives in there too. Looks awesome, man. Call me tacky. I absolutely loved the style of these. I had a 5 1/4 bay that had gauges on it. Let's see. 5.5, 3 gauge. PC bay. I can't remember what it was called. Yes, it was this thing. This thing right here. But that's not exactly it. This guy right here, up here. It had 3 dials. Yes, like this. Oh my God, what was that thing called? Volume. They had volume gauges. So 5 1/4 bay volume gauge. This thing, the Cooler Master Musketeer. And it was RGB. I still have that to this day. It's in my attic right now. Fucking love that thing, dude. Do you know how hard I had to work to track that thing down? One is a regular DVD drive, the other is a Blu-ray drive. Oh, okay, you're a Blu-ray homie. I got you. Yeah, thankfully, in my Unraid server, I pulled out all 4 of the 5 1/4 bays, and I just put an icy dock hard drive hot swap in there. So I've got 4 terabyte Barracuda drives in the hot swap right now, and it actually runs really well, and the speeds are actually pretty good too. Like these things, I love these things. I was such like a 5 1/4 bay whore. I had actually completely forgotten about that device, Shadow Dragon, until you showed it in your build. Yo, what up, G dude? What's going on, man? Welcome in. Naz's. I'm not a young man anymore. I used to have a 5 1/4 mother effing cup holder as well. You press the button and a cup holder pop out of the front of it. Yup. This dude right here. Yup. Had that too. Also had a cigarette lighter, which I never use. My mom was always super angry that I had it. She's like, Nicholas, are you smoking? And I wasn't at home. All right, so this case gets me horny. However, I think... Okay, so it is... Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Pause the music.
One of the most popular cases we've ever designed here at Corsair is our Carbide Series Air 540. It had an active cooling chamber to cool your CPU and GPU, and a passive chamber on the rear for power supply cables, PSUs, and storage drives that didn't need as much cooling. But because we believe you can always do better, this is the spiritual successor to the Air 540, the 680X RGB. It shares the same dual-chambered layout as the Air 540 with an entirely new and refined look. There are 3 floating tempered glass panels on the front, the top, and the side, so you can show off your components and fans. But these glass panels will not obstruct your cooling because we've designed a huge gap between the panel and the case so you can get plenty of airflow.
Wow.
On the I/O panel, you'll find the standard connections plus a modern update with the USB 3.0.
Would you look at that? Okay, so both super speed and one type C, okay.
One type C port. The 680X side panel swings open so you can easily build a new PC or just upgrade your existing one. In the front of the case, you can mount up to a 360mm radiator, on top and bottom up to 280mm, and even a 140 in the rear.
Tell me you can fit 2 or 3 mechanical hard drives in the passive cooling bay. Tell me.
And because you just spent a ton of cash on a brand new graphics card and you want to show it off to yourself and your friends, you have a 90-degree GPU mount in here so you can mount it vertically and look at it in all of its glory. But my favorite feature of the dual chamber design is that it is cheat mode for cable routing. You can use that second chamber to hide all of your cables while your first chamber stays fresh and clean looking.
I see 2 mechanical drives.
In the chamber, you can mount up to our AX1600i PSU as well as 3 3.5-inch drives.
They actually gave me the 3
drives and 4 2.5-inch drives. Every 680X RGB comes with the Lighting Node Pro, which gives you full control over the RGB lighting of your system with our IQ software. With IQ, you can choose from dozens of built-in lighting profiles, or you can create your own. The Air 540 was a very successful case, but I think that the Crystal Series 680X RGB improves upon it in almost every way. For more information, head on over to Corsair.com.
Nandy, was that a typo? Nyet! Nyet! So is it, how expensive is this case? Is it $250? Oh, fuck me, dude. Okay. That is a contender. Wait, what is the 680X? Or is that what we just looked at? I thought we looked at a 280X. Okay, I was like, I can only get so much harder. My cock is already throbbing. Okay, that. Oh, fuck! Notify me. That's all right. I'm not buying anytime soon. I like to buy soon-ish.
And if you have
Fuck you. Yeah, I don't know why I would have a cup holder by my PC. But here's the thing. The cup holder was super deep. And so I never spilled it. I mean, again, this is me we're talking about. Okay? I spill everything. Never killed any hardware. Ever. I believe in myself. This... What is that RAM? Did you... That is awesome. Is that Corsair Vengeance RAM? Oh my God. That's a really nice case. So the thing that I love the most about this case is because it has the dual chamber, there's room above and below where the motherboard goes. So like in this case right now, the chamber where the PSU exists, the motherboard goes right up to it, like right up to it. And it's huge pain. At the same time, at the top of the case where the motherboard hits is right where the top of the case is. Oh, that's true. I totally forgot the COVID thing. Now, here's the kicker. Thermals. It's got, oh no, they've got high airflow in quotations. High airflow, stunning light. Oh, that's your video. Okay. Here's the thing. Anything is going to be better than what I have. Because what I have right now is completely sealed. Is Corsair screwing their partners?
There's a new case calling itself High Airflow on the market, and we all know what happened last time a case did that. The Corsair Crystal 680X is the new larger sibling to the 280X, a micro ATX case that we reviewed back in June. The similarity in appearance is pretty obvious, and Corsair has done this multi-compartment design before, but Corsair has used the past year to make some pretty significant changes. The result is something more than just a scaled-up 280X, and perhaps closer to a Lian Li 011 Dynamic. Before that, this...
Wasn't that the Lian Li that you suggested? That was either Shadow or that was North. I can't remember.
Video is brought to you by Be Quiet and its Straight Power 11 series power...
You be quiet.
So it is a very expensive, that's US pricing, very expensive case. It has 4 fans with it. We'll talk about all the internals and stuff like that in Patrick's build notes momentarily, and the thermals. But at $250, that's a pretty big wall for a lot of people. So instantly narrows the market. The case competes then the most directly with something like the...
I've spent $350 on a case before, so $250 is actually pretty okay. So this was, oh wow, these are torture tests. $58°C under load.
Now, and then we'll add more comparative results momentarily. The torture test raised CPU temperature to 58.6°C in the stock configuration. Removing the front panel had a large benefit, lowering the sound to 50.3° runaway thermal territory. It's not the worst, but it is placed between the silence-focused dark...
Okay, so here's mine right here. The NZXT 340 Elite. So no front panel. So while not having the front tempered glass drop dropped it by 10 degrees. Holy shit. That's a lot. I don't know. It depends.
Base Pro 900 and the Inwin 303 with half as many fans. The similarly laid out 011 Dynamic with 3 fans is ranked high with an impressive 49.2 degrees Celsius delta T over ambient because Lian Li didn't bother trying to draw air through a glass panel and instead provided a mount on the side of the case. That didn't technically count as a stock test though, since Lian Li sent us fans separately and we installed them as we saw fit. Realistically, the 011 Dynamic though is cheaper even when adding fans to the cart and can be made to outperform the 680X readily, although it is smaller than the 680X while still remaining somewhat compartmentalized. Depending on what you're going for, the 011 Dynamic may be the better bet. It just depends on if it's got the size and the look that you want. Compared to other cases, the 680X really isn't the best out of the box.
I'm already subscribed to them on my browser that I'm logged into.
But much of it is that the front panel is a sheet of glass and isn't really spaced out the way it should be. By dropping temperatures around 8 degrees, the 680X would land right around where the Corsair 570X sits, still high up on the charts, which is a glass enmeshed case that uses wide spacing to allow air intakes everywhere. Moving on to GPU temperatures first with just the 680X, GPU delta T over ambient was 52.7 degrees during stock tortured noise generated at max speed. The trouble with all of this is that the Corsair 680X is not particularly quiet nor particularly effective at cooling, which is odd since it is named the 680X RGB high airflow, or at least in the email that was sent to us originally. Overall then, Corsair calls this, at least in its reviewer material and in its email, a high airflow case. And this is something we have trouble with because if it's marketed like that, and it does count as marketing when you're sending reviewers material that potentially shapes the review and what people say in the reviews. If it's marketed as high airflow, it better be high airflow. And the same is true with Be Quiet's cases, for example. So with Be Quiet, the cases are almost always targeted towards being quiet, as the name would suggest. And so when we review those, we talk primarily about noise and about if they can still run at a reasonable temperature. It doesn't have to be the best, just reasonable while being quieter than the nearby competitors. This case isn't going for that angle. It's going for cooling, but it's not particularly competitive in cooling and also is not competitive in acoustics, which makes it really, for $250, it's just not good value. It's poor execution of the
My dreams are getting shattered right now.
high airflow aspect that Corsair has promoted to reviewers. And so for that, we do have to take significant points off, because if you're going to market it as, or call it high airflow,
I'm so sad right now.
High airflow, then the case has failed at what it's being marketed for. The case itself, though, it is high build quality, so we'll give them that. It's got good cable management space. The compartmentalization, for people who like it, is great. We like these compartmentalized cases because they're sort of fun to work with. They're a bit easier. And
No, I always shield, I know.
from a look standpoint, it's not bad either. There's really
Not bad!
functional paneling that's easy to work with. So ease of installation features, build quality, Corsair's done a good job. But hitting the marketing target of high airflow, Corsair's done, frankly, a terrible job, because with 4 fans, it is not even as good as a lot of the cases on our bench with 2 fans that are also quieter. Corsair gets an F for hitting the marketing deliverables, but does okay elsewhere. And that just leaves us with price, really. And to say it flat out, give you a really straightforward answer, the 011 Dynamic gets our buy for this. You could buy, in fact, 2 011 Dynamics for the
Yeah, it's like $250 is a lot for a case. It does come with 4 high airflow RGB fans. You have to think that's at least $80 to $100 worth of the price tag with how expensive RGB fans are nowadays, especially ones that look like that. I'm so torn. My fans very rarely are on high load like that. My case fans. They only ever get that loud when I am encoding or exporting video. Like when I'm just sitting here gaming, I really don't even hear my fans ramp up that much. But when they do ramp up, like when I start encoding a video, my temperatures skyrocket to 70 and 80 degrees. So who knows? Again, maybe this case will just be better than what I have now. It's still not going to be the best, but again, I still want to take the aesthetic into a little bit of a consideration.
The way you can tell an overclocker mostly designed a case, this one, is that it has holes everywhere. One Mr. Derbauer designed this case in conjunction with Lian Li. We looked at it at CES 2018 and we're actually very impressed with it. I think we gave it one of our awards for the show. So this is the
first thing I noticed is that these fans would be right up against the wall because my case would sit on the right to me in the corner. So that's my first fear.
On the O11 Dynamic. It also has an O11 Air coming out in May or June, and the Dynamic is where we're starting today for a review, and we were able to air cool it anyway. So we're going to look at this one and see how an Extreme Overclocker's case holds up to our thermal battery. Before that, this video is brought to you by the
I mean, I could always pull it away, but it's still going to have, you know, dead, stale air in that corner that it's pulling in.
Decisions to figure out how you're going to cool the thing. We tested a few different configurations. One of them was all 3 fans on the bottom. We budgeted ourselves to 3 fans for all of the thermal testing because basically we looked at it as well. It's a $130 case. Maybe you buy a minimum of $30 worth of fans if you're spending this kind of money on a case. So if you do that, it puts you at about 3 fans for kind of the mid-range to cheap stuff. So we went with 3 fans for our budget for thermal testing because it's unreasonable to test everything.
What beautiful hair this man has.
Side. We tried 2 in the bottom, 1 on the top, all intake. We tried 1 in the bottom, 1 on the side, intake, and then 1 on the top, exhaust. Lots of different things. This case is actually really cool from a, not necessarily thermally, but from a test perspective because it gave us
oh my
some
God,
unique insights
that fan.
See
Don't
with
start.
Other cases. But let's go through the build quality and the feature set. One of the first things we noticed is that when you remove the top panel here, which is 2 screws as usually for a panel, what you end up with is just a simple press to get the glass out. And this is actually really cool, and it's kind of sad that it's really cool because so many companies can't figure out how to mount tempered glass in a way that's not ugly or really poorly designed for the UX, UI,
Called out!
UX, I guess, scenario. So glass is super easy to remove. That's really nice. They use basically just studs that mount into a socket.
He just put the tempered glass on top of the metal, and I'm triggered.
Into the ultra wide Corsair style double wide trailer case that we've seen in the past. So that's what they went with there. For other features, I guess I'll pop the glass off too just to show that's the same mechanism. So my only complaint with all the popping panels is that with the glass, it's impossible to do it without getting smudges on it. I don't know that there's a better solution to that, but be prepared to
gloves
clean it off. All right, so that's the bare case. Internally, what we have is a standard layout. It supports ATX motherboards and water cooling, obviously, so you can kind of mount the radiators wherever you want. For the things like cable management, this motherboard tray comes out really far. It's super deep. The reason is because there are 2 power supply mounts behind the motherboard tray, so it's compartmentalized. And the second power supply mount does not have to be used. We're not using it presently. It's basically there in case you, for some reason, maybe you're pushing enough current that you need 2 power supplies. Pretty rare use case, exceptionally rare.
If that second cage doesn't double as a hard drive cage, I'm going to be pissed.
So it would just be if you need 2 power supplies for 1 computer, which sounds like the kind of thing Derbauer would need. Sounds like the kind of thing he said, no guys, I promise, people really that, although probably unused in 99% of use cases, is a unique one. There's a giant cable management bar on the back. Now, technically, they have cable tie down. Visually, this one is placement is something we noticed as soon as we saw the case. There are multiple slots for the vertically oriented GPU to be mounted, and all of them are set well away from the glass, unlike other cases that tend to suffocate air-cooled GPU in there, and the 2 of them blow air straight in.
The only thing I'm not seeing here is where are the hard drives mounted? I don't see. Did I just fucking full screen my shit? Okay. Oh, stop it. Jesus Christ. tell me that the second PSU bay doubles as a hard drive compartment. Sir, can you click off? Thank you. Three, four. Okay, 3. So 3, 3.5, and 6, 2.5. So how the frick do they just surface mount? Is that what these are? Drive caddy can be swapped for second PSU or can be switched to the lower position. Oh, okay. So you can swap in the PSU caddy for the drive caddy. Okay, okay. Oh my God. Are those helicopter blades? Jesus Christ.
They hit the glass, make a U-turn basically. You lose some pressure every time you make a 90-degree turn. You lose about 30% of your pressure. So the air comes in, makes a turn, and it gets pulled through the CPU tower, gets pulled through the video card. There's not a lot of place for it to exhaust, except naturally based on just air pressure. You end up with a positive intake pressure, so that would dictate that the air finds its way out through gaps naturally. That would be gaps in the bottom, the back, and the top. Our other configuration was 3 fans in the bottom blowing straight up. Those are largely obstructed by the video card, and so the CPU would perform worse in that scenario. And then finally, or actually the 2 final ones, we had 2 in the bottom, both pushing straight up into the GPU, removing the one that was pushing air into the rest of the cabin. And then we had 1 in the top right in front of the CPU as intake, pulling air down. And then after that, we did 1 more with a side intake, a bottom intake, and a top exhaust, because it's a unique case, so we wanted to test all of those. Let's get into the thermal and noise numbers next, and then talk about the results. One more note for the thermal test.
This is cool looking. It almost, my only gripe is that right here and here, you've got this weird, what is this, a parallelogram of a grommet here, and then you just got a bunch of empty space with holes. And I'm not a fan of how it looks empty and unfinished. Trapezoid. My man. So I'm not really sure.
These fans spin really fast, 1900 RPM, which puts us at total system noise of 48 dBA when everything's going. And because of that, it's quite a bit louder than everything else on the chart, even though we always test everything with max fan speeds unless otherwise stated. So
I like everything else about the case. I super enjoy the indented motherboard panel that comes out, again, because that's leaving some more room for cable management and hard drives on the other side. What up, Big Bill? Trapezoid. It looks awesome. Oh, I see these NZXT pucks over here. Oh, I don't know, man. They're both cool. They're both really nice. I'm just afraid. I am afraid that the way that the fans are facing in this current setup would end up hurting my thermals more. Even though the case, performance-wise, in the thermal category are better there, with both of my PCs being in the same corner, stacked on top of each other, up against the wall, I don't know if it would be good. And it would be one of those things where I would have to buy it, build it, and then figure it out if it was good after that. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna be stuck on this case for a while. In worst case scenario, we can pull the tempered glass off the front, suffer the consequences of the aesthetic, however, have better airflow. Yeah, I love everything about that case. I especially love the thing that they got right, which is mirrored with the case that I have now, is the NZXT S340 Elite that I have is white everywhere else, but the tempered glass panel is black, which I've always kind of enjoyed. Yo, what up, Toaster? Have a good one. Thank you for catching a stream, hanging out with us. It's good to see you. Hope you have a good one. So I think I have the Fantex Evolve in a tab here. Okay, we have the Enthu, not the Evolve. Digi, we just got done looking at this. And I don't think it's going to work for my setup. One, I'm not a fan of how it looks up here. I think it looks empty, kind of unfinished. And second, these fans are going to be intaking from the wrong side. Because this over here is going to be my wall. So if the PCs moved, these would be a chance. But again, I like having tempered glass. I love seeing all of the internals. It's why I build PCs like this. I don't want to look in and see a bunch of empty space with holes cut out of the motherboard. You know? Yo, what up, Ernst? What's going on, man? Good to see you. I could, but then here's the other thing. I can either leave the fans in there or I can pull them all out and then it just looks like even more empty space. You know? Like if I were to just not have, like I could have fans there, but then I'm having 3 extra fans that aren't benefiting me in any way. It's extra noise, it's extra power. And it's, 3 more bearings that could possibly go bad. So you were saying Fantex Evolve? Already I see a thermal problem in my office. Looks awesome, but airflow right off the bat. I gotta get something with a mesh front, Digi, because I'm having airflow and thermal problems up in here. Case looks sexy, but having more fans can be quieter since you can run them at lower speed. Yeah. I don't know. I like everything about the case except for those couple things. And I'm sure function over aesthetic, it'll probably win. But I have no problems with the way this looks at all. Like, I love everything about it. And then in my mind, I'm also thinking about the same thing I'm doing now. One black, one white, stacked on top of each other, looking fucking sexy! $500 worth of computer case. I'll admit, it's a lot. $250 for one case is so much. But some things you're just willing to splurge on, you know what I'm saying? You have which case? The Lian Li? The 011? I'm sure it has great thermals. I don't think it's going to be good for me. A, because I have terrible airflow in my office. And B, those fans are going to be intaking from a corner of a room. So it's going to be terrible, terrible stale air. And like there's 2 monitors over there. There's all the audio equipment. There's just a bunch of heat generating items that are in that corner. and this room gets absolutely no airflow. So I just fear that if I get a case that pulls in air from the right where a wall is in a corner, I'm not going to have a good time. I might even have a worse time than I do now. I'm already having a real bad time. What do you want to put in your 5 1/4 bays, Bill? Because we were kind of just nutting over 5 1/4 bay shit from like the 2000s. The Evolve X. Yeah, you got a custom water cooled dog. I'm running AIOs. No wonder you have great thermals. You're pulling in air from the top. Or actually, no, are you pushing or pulling? But that's the thing. I have a shelf immediately above that PC, so I can't pull or push from the top. I'm very particular, as Ernst would say. And also it looks small. I don't know if it actually looks that small, but it looks small. I mean, it looks dope. Hope you don't got anything in this picture that's gonna dox you. Random Frank P. Yeah, the thing that I'm trying to get away from. See, I see that your motherboard goes from PSU cage all the way to the top, and that's what I'm trying to get away from. Because that looks like the exact same size, compartment-wise, as my 340 Elite. It's okay. I'm not gonna bully you, Disturbing. Here's the thing. Not everybody has the luxury of building their own computer. Not everybody has the luxury of knowing somebody that can build a computer for them. Not everybody has the luxury of paying $150 to $200 for a professional to build and ship the computer to them. Sometimes you got some money in the bank and you want to walk up to Best Buy with your big dick energy and your big dick wallet, and you just want to buy a computer. And then you want to walk home, you want to plug it in, you want to search your favorite kind of kink, and go to town. I understand that. So you're pushing from the top. That's not Random Frank P. That's full pixel. That looks so... It's the wait. It's the same logo. I mean, you got some rounded edges, but it's close. It's all good, man. It's all good. I did I remember one time I wrote a song on the guitar, and then like 2 years later, I started listening to Coheed and Cambria, and I realized that like one of the riffs that I had wrote was a Coheed and Cambria song. Like, son of a bitch, how did I do that? Okay, so you still use optical media. Okay. Yeah, I don't live with optical media like whatsoever nowadays. So the only reason I have a use for 5 1/4 bays is when I'm doing hot swap for my Unraid server. I have not had 5 1/4 bays in computers for probably 5 years or so. Something like that. I would love to get some, like that thing we were looking at earlier, that Cooler Master Musketeer. I would love to get 4 fucking Musketeers and line that up. Absolutely. All right, I'm going to take my final urination station, and then we're going to take a look at a couple more cases. And then we're gonna call it a night because your boy's got to get to sleep. I'm going to attempt to be back here on Thursday, another Thursday evening oogle over hardware we can't afford stream. I originally planned on playing a little bit of a video game tonight. We oogled for a little bit too long, and we're gonna save the video games for another time. But I do want to come back on Thursday and do some more of this stuff because I expected to look at cases, CPUs, CPU coolers, motherboards. We never even made it past cases, and that's okay because cases are sex. I mean, cases are like 80% of the aesthetic, you know. So I'm gonna go take a piss, and we'll wrap this up for the next 15 minutes. Okay. I do. Yeah, I'm not a great guitar player. But I played for a while. Played for fun. Probably for, I don't know, a decade. Never any professional training or anything really. Same thing with drums. I played drums for a couple years too. I will say I liked playing guitar, but I loved playing drums for sure. I would love to have a kit in the next house. That's for goddamn sure. The next house, the basement is going to be the ultimate. I don't want to say man cave. It's just going to be the ultimate tech fuck cubby of awesomeness and freedom. There's going to be a gaming and a streaming station. There's going to be a podcasting desk where we can record local podcasts. There's going to be a TV for a couch so we can do couch gaming. There is going to be an area to do VR. There is going to be a drum kit. It's going to be a place where it's just going to be one massive erectile dysfunction battle station. There's going to be a bar. And then we're going to go to Michigan. And then we're going to go to Ohio. Yeah! Snack fridge, hammock. There's going to be one of those basketball machines that you find at Dave & Buster's. What's up, Arcadis? Are you talking about Dick Butt? That's my homeboy. A sex swing? That's all the hammock. I thought that's what the hammock was called. Yeah, so I mean, here's the other thing. I'm not crazy about how that case looks all that much. And again, the size. I'm not a fan of the limited amount of space between the top of the case and the bottom of the case, I would have to put the radiator on the top. I'm just sick of working in that small amount of space. Basically, what I'm saying is I've already made my mind up that I'm going with the Corsair. I have to. I love it too much. Don't you want a tech fuck, Cubby? Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Sit the fuck back down. Yeah, these are pretty much, I can't even look at these anymore because I'm too busy nutting over this. Yeah, what I'm most interested in is the free space underneath and the free space above. And the girth. I want the girth. I don't necessarily think that I'm on board with a vertical GPU mount currently because I don't think that my GPU looks all that sexy. However, I would love to take the slack off of the end of the GPU. And also you would see less cables if it was okay, you know what? Maybe we are going maybe we are going to vertical mount. And then it would hide the capture card. It would hide the PCIe USB card. We're doing big nuts here, brothers. Yeah, I can't stop thinking about it now. I fucked myself looking at that. A dick butt mural, that would be amazing. I would love to just have like a massive LED dick butt wall. Does your graphics card fit in that case? It does. Yep. Yeah, because Weenie has the old version of that case, the Carbide, and hers is just about the same length as mine, and it fits. Where is it? Where is it? How long ago did I close it? For Christ's sake! Oh, it's right here. Yeah, yeah. There's because I think they show that with a 2080 right there. And there's plenty of space in between the fans. Oh, shit. Whoops. Yeah, so Amber, on this one, the PSU is on the backside. It's in the, so they call it the passive cooling, which is on this side. Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about it. Now, again, like down here, you kind of have these cords that are just dangling there, like dicks in the wind. Not the end all be all. But yeah, the PSU is behind where all the hard drives and stuff are. So that's like kind of my favorite part. Well, Big Bill, I'm the same, man. I'm trying to build a new PC. Well, I just need a new CPU and a motherboard for my streaming PC, and I need a new CPU and motherboard for my gaming PC. Too bad those parts are probably $2,000 between the two of them. I said need. I didn't mean need. I said I want. Actually, you know what? For how many problems that I have with my gaming PC, I'll go as far as to say that I need new, even though this PC is fucking a year and a half old, I think. Yo, what up, Dreadnoughty? Welcome in, welcome back. Hello. If you buy the case and don't like it, I'll take it off your hand. I'm gonna like it. Even if I don't like it, I'm not gonna tell anybody. We can't spend 30 minutes jizzing over this beautiful case and then get it and then just not, like, just admit that we don't like it. Whoops. The 2080 is shorter than the Strix model, though. I think it should be fine. Because this case is longer than the case that I have now. And my 1080 fits in there right now. I'll double check on that, but I'm pretty sure it'd be fine. Maximum GPU length, 330 miniature men. GTX 1080 millimeter length. Golden brown! You drinking truth? Negative. Distill. Wild sour. Sorry. Wild sour. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Yeah, the GPU is still holding up pretty well. For VR, it can lag behind a little bit, but that's okay. The whole computer died? That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. If you'd like it, I'll take it off your hands. Nobody's taking my hands, okay? Leave my hands to me. It's close to 300 millimeters. Dear God. That's 30 millimeters shy of the max length. Holy hell. Oh God, mother. Yeah, and you know what? For the next board, I am not cheaping out on the motherboard again. I cheaped out on both motherboards for both PCs. I think I paid max $80 each, and I regret it. I fucking regret it, and I'm not doing it again. Maybe I won't have to rely so much on external audio hardware if I get something with decent onboard. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even get past cases. Oh, man. But I paid for it. I paid for it. It's what happens when Micro Center does deals, man. Hey, you want the CPU? Get this motherboard for $50. Okay. You don't got to tell me twice. You got to tell me once. NZXT is out of the question, even though I do love their cases very much. They're just not great as far as airflow is concerned. What the fuck is that? Meshify. Ooh, they got that like polygonal design in the front. I like that a lot. I'm not about that, Dreadnoughty. We actually kind of had this conversation a little bit earlier, to where the whole point of having two PCs is that they work independently. While I like the idea of having two girls, one cup, I would much rather have the ability to work on each one independently without having to take the other one down, you know? And also, I just don't have the space to do one massive case. That's kind of why I have to. That's why I have to stack them one on top of the other. I only have so much space coming this way. Sorry. Jesus Christ. $150 when bundled. That's pretty good. I mean, that means it was probably $170, $180 motherboard. Yo, what up, Gippy? Gippy was awesome playing Valorant with you the other day. I had a good time. Was that last night? Today went by like that. I have only done one mini ITX build in my life. And that I put inside of an Xbox 360 case. It was my portable Linux box. I might have pictures of it. That was so long ago. We're talking like 11 years, probably. You guys want to see what Bozo looked like in 2007? He's so clean. So fresh and so clean. Look at this fucking computer. My buddy cut that out of the case with a goddamn Dremel. He thought he was a custom modder. It looked cool at night though. Not. I don't know. Look, he's got a Half-Life 2 head crab, and you can see my American Crew pomade up top. My beige 5 1/4 bay right there. Holy Christ. This was my setup. Super Nintendo, gaming computer, Bozo. Second monitor, that was a CRT. The TV. There was an Xbox down below. Like gateway keyboard. My God. It's my room at my parents' house. All right, so that's not it. You guys want to see the laptop that I used to run Crysis on? That dude right there. Gateway. Oh, shit. I don't know if I have pictures of it. Oh my. So there, okay, earlier we were talking about the Cooler Master Musketeer 5 1/4 bay fan controller. Right there, dude. I also had an external C drive there. That was a AMD Radeon 5770. What up, Ginkgo? Dude, large builds all day, Gippy. So I'm running 2 mid towers right now. I'm probably going to go... Well, I guess those Corsair 680Xs are considered medium, called mid tower, but they're pretty beefy. Ginkgo, did you lose data? How long have I had Bozo? Since my high school graduation. So 17. Right now, my gaming PC motherboard is a Asus Prime 370A. Think. I might be off with those numbers. I was right. Fucking Asus Prime 370A. Z370A. Here's another setup. Analog. Kenwood? Kenwood. Wacom tablet. A Dynex mouse. Speakers. And I don't even know. Is that a Mitsubishi? I think that's a Mitsubishi monitor. That is funny looking. I'm not seeing my Xbox 360 Mini ITX build. Wait! Yes! Here it is. Dude, there's Crysis right there on the desk. Face down like a savage using a gateway keyboard. Oh my God. Hello? Up. Would you like... Daddy, would you like some sausage? That was the paint job that I went with. I think that was the original case taken apart. So that was the Xbox 360 PCB. Yeah, that's what it looked like when it was done. That was my portable little Linux box. There was a case that we were looking at earlier that reminded me of this. Which which was like an HTPC that I bought. Oh my God, that Seagate free agent external hard drive up there. It's so crazy looking at these old fucking pictures, man. This monitor and that webcam, that's insane. No. That was the best dog ever. Yeah, that was it. I did cheap out. I think that motherboard was only like $80 or something. Is that the one in the craft room? No. Wait, the one I had in the craft room. None of those. All of those PCs are long gone. You did lose data. Well, okay, so this is good because now in the future, when I am telling people that they need to back up their shit, I can use you as an example. The 360. No, that is a separate Xbox 360. Jesus Christ, Adobe. All right, friends. I may have had to wipe my hard drive. Uh-oh. All right, here it comes. Here it comes. Luckily, you had 50% of your stuff backed up. Is that what you're about to say? I don't want to work. Twitch following. Oh, you're doing cloud backups. Images, GIFs, sounds. I use for OBS. Everything else I don't really care about. You say that now. Like a year from now? Frames? Oh my God. They did drop. They did drop indeed. Frames. Oh my God. Summit is still streaming to 150,000 people. Nuts. All right, guys. I got to get out of here. I must leave. I must go to sleep so I can wake up and do this all over again tomorrow. Tonight was awesome. Thank you very much for coming through, talking tech, looking at shit, oogling over shit. Great time as always. I'm a big fan of technology, as you know. I'm an even bigger fan of just sitting here and talking about it, as you well know. For anybody that's new here, thank you guys so much for just coming through, hanging out, dropping follows. Hope you guys had a great time. I am going to try and be back on Thursday, as you know. I took a 3-month break from streaming, and I haven't really solidified my schedule back into my routine. However, I would like to stream again at some point. So we'll see. If you don't see me Thursday, you probably will. You're going to see me Saturday morning. And then I think we're going to attempt for another Sunday morning early stream. So last weekend we did an 8 a.m. Eastern stream on Sunday morning, and we streamed until like 11:30, and it was awesome. The stream itself was great, but waking up at 4, getting all of this shit done, starting streaming at 8, and then being done with streaming by 11:30 in the morning, and then having the rest of the day, like I had already felt fulfilled by 11 o'clock, and then I had the whole rest of the day, and it was just awesome. Highly recommended. If you ever get the chance to just do an early as fuck stream, please try it. Good times. Good times indeed. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm going to try and be live on Thursday, and we're just going to be doing the same shit. Frames are going again? Oh my God. All right, we're going to close this down before we get out of here. Let me do this. Thank you guys so very much for coming through and hanging out to the Knackers Television experience. It was awesome spending time with all of you. If you want to follow on any of the social networks, I am the most active on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, if you want to follow either of the podcasts that I produce, You can find the first one at anchor.fm/audiosnack. And then the second one, if you YouTube, Google Crocs and Hot Pockets, which there will be another episode of Crocs and Hot Pockets this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you decide you would like to leave me some constructive criticism when it comes to this Twitch channel, there is a feedback form in chat that is completely anonymous. You can tell me what you like. You can tell me what you don't like. You can tell me whatever the fuck you want. I'd appreciate it. If you want to get into Discord, it's in a place where you can get technical support for your hardware or software. If you're looking for people to collaborate with when it comes to streaming, if you're looking to share the shit that you cook, if you're looking to share the shit that you build, we've got a bunch of channels that are dedicated to that. We also do weekly community game nights off stream. So if you're looking to play some video games with some friends and meet some new people, Discord is the best place to do it. So if any of those things interest you, come on and hop in and have fun with us, all right? We're going to find somebody to raid. So if you want to do me one final favor, participate in this raid, okay? Participate in the raid. Let's show another channel some love, because there's nothing better than getting a hot raid all up in your pants. So let me see who is live and who we can raid. I just got a fantastic screenshot that is very unflattering of Reanimator, and I'm saving that to my desktop right now. She looks like she's doing an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. Keeping that one. Okay, still looking for somebody to raid. You know what? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you playing? You know what? Looks like Rosalind is playing some Mass Effect. Rosalind is a dope lady that I met through She Snaps. It looks like she's playing Mass Effect. I don't know if it's the first time ever or if it's not, but we shall see. Get in there, drop the raid message, and again, you all have a fantastic night. Thank you so much for chilling with me, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week if I don't see you, okay? Take care of yourselves. Fuck! I fucked up the raid command. There it be. You guys have a great night. Thank you again for chilling. I'll see you next time, okay? Goodbye. Love you.